Hey, good evening. Hey, is what we're going to call our Little Red Hawk Week in Review. So we're going to look back on the past week and talk about some things to keep you up to speed as to what happened during the week in Zoom classrooms, with our social emotional learning, with ELA math, and all the things. So first, I want to start off by saying that we had a Tuesday morning meeting, and in our Tuesday morning meeting, the focus of the meeting was about our learner profile for the month: caring, caring, caring. And what I did was I talked about Black Panther. Now, most of you may know that we lost Chadwick Boseman last week. He served as the Black Panther. One of his most premier, probably most famous roles that he played was the Black Panther. And in that movie, one of the things that I brought about was that the fact that he was in a challenge with Mbaku, and his he was getting hurt in that fight or in that challenge, and he heard his mother call out to him, "Show him who you are, show him who you are," because there's strength in knowing who you are. And so, ironically, that's our focus for the next 9 weeks at Coit Creative Arts Academy. Who we are, who we are. So in Zoom classrooms, in kindergarten, all pre-K, all the way up through the fifth grade, um, groups and classes explore the idea of who we are. In the lower L, in some of the kindergarten, first grade classes, they were looking at families, inspirations, pets. Who are you and your family? And as you move up the ladder to upper L, you start talking more about the branches of government and some of the rights of citizens. So everything in between of who we are in those aspects. Um, in English language arts, most classes did what we call baseline assessments. Baseline assessments. So those baseline assessments, what they did was took these assessments to kind of see where they are and relates to English language arts. So that's a challenge for a lot of students, but teachers were breaking those things apart and allowing them to take that assessment in small chunks, a little bit at a time, so that they can see where they are and figure out what they need to teach and what they need to reteach. Um, and there were subjects such as phonics, rhyming words. We saw a lot of that, uh, and talking about characters and stories and settings. Um, Next, we go over to math. Math, you had students learning to write numbers. We had addition and subtraction. Upper L did three-digit subtraction, and place value. So place value and fractions with the upper L. All right. If we look at social emotional learning, that's a big piece in education right now. Social emotional learning, and we saw some things about emotions in the upper grades, and some of the lower grades. He talked about filling buckets, being bucket fillers, and being nice and caring to your classmates. Uh, One of the things I do want to shout out is the fact that Miss Ballantyne, our school social worker, did an assignment where students were asked to show what makes you awesome. So that was a huge deal. Shout out to Miss Ballantyne for that. I thought it was super awesome to see that. So that just kind of runs the gamut. That's what we were working on this week at Coit Creative Arts Academy. And this is our week in review. So I hope that was helpful to kind of get a perspective of what we're learning, what we're thinking about, what we're exploring. And every week I want to bring this to you. So I hope to see you back. I hope that this makes sense. And I hope that you enjoy your long weekend. We'll see you guys on Tuesday as we get ready for week 3, distance learning, Coit Creative Arts Academy.